Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you an unboxing and setup and impressions of the Super Nintendo Classic. I was able to get my hands on one of those just by coincidence. I called the local store and they said yes, we had two. Walked in, picked it up and walked out, and I am very happy. This is something definitely that brings back a lot of nostalgia for me, and I grew up playing, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Zelda, Donkey Kong. Those are just classic games. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of them, have seen them on YouTube, but let's go ahead and check out this system and see how does it fare up now that it's been updated to 2017. Aesthetically, the box is definitely a lot smaller from what I remember. Of course, the system is a lot smaller and it has been updated. You notice we still have the images here, the two controllers that we have. These are iconic. This is basically, the X, Y, A, and B. Looks like we basically also have a never released Star Fox 2 game, which I do remember Star Fox playing that. And it looks like there's Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, F-Zero, and of course Super Mario Kart, Zelda, and I'm sure there's other games because I think it did have a lot more. On the back we get some information. Of course, these games are all rated to be teen. We have, here Donkey Kong Country, we have Contra 2, The Legend of Wars, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3, F-Zero, and then of course Kirby. Kirby Dream Course, Kirby Superstar, Mega Man. Ooh, Mega Man, that's nice. Star Fox, of course, Star Fox 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, definitely, very nice. Super Castlevania, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Legends of 7 Star, Super Mario World, Super Metroid. Oh man, that's one of those. All the classic ones. This is really, right there, Super Metroid. One of the best, female heroes that most of us didn't even know was a female. And then Yoshi's Island, of course. And here we are. We're greeted with some manuals. I'll put that on the side for a second. And we have a power brick. So it looks like it's a 5 volts at 1.5 amp. And here we are, first controller. Buttons are definitely very nice. Very good. The trigger's on the top. This one actually is about the same size. This is actually standard size. So it didn't shrink everything on the Super Nintendo Classic, but it's definitely very nice. And you get the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Oh man, definitely very nice. And if I'm not mistaken, the controller or the images that we saw on the box were a little bit deceiving. The controller connector is actually kind of like the Joy-Con connector. So if you've ever used Joy-Con on the Wii, this is pretty much the same plug connector that you have. So, but it'll interface with this system. And it looks like we have another one. So definitely comes with 2 controllers ready for 2 players. And here is the system. Wow, such a small footprint. Wow, I mean, it's not like I have massive hands, but it does fit in my hand. So one thing you want to be aware of, there isn't going to be any cartridges that you're going to be able to buy for this. This is purely for aesthetics. So what you're looking here is, this is just imprints. The original connectors did look like this on the bigger full-size original Super Nintendo system, but this one is just an image. And I think everything will basically plug in either on the side or with a connector, so we'll get a chance to see the cables. We have the eject button that doesn't work anything. Power does actually work, and then reset does actually work. So these 2 buttons do work. It's very small, very nice. Looks like there's some LED connector here, non-slip feet. We are going to be using an HDMI connector, so this has been updated to work with 2017. And of course, we have the micro USB power charger, and this is what you're going to be connecting to that brick that we just looked at just a second ago. So let's check the remaining pieces. So the last 2 things we have here is just your HDMI cable and a USB Type A to micro USB cable for power. So the thing is, this is actually going to be using in a 5 volt at 1.5 amp. So any USB charger that has a 2.4 amp connector should be able to power this guy. So if you don't want to use the power brick, you should be able to, and I'll test that out. But other than that, let's see actually where does the Joy-Con connect. So I didn't realize it at the beginning, but the actual 2 ports, even though they're fake as far as a connector, you do have to pop them up a little bit, and then that's where you connect your connectors. So you'll be able to connect remote control 1 and then remote control 2 and then remove them. So for stowing and putting away purposes, they did definitely work. The whole nostalgia look, they give you the original look. It looks amazing. So, I mean, seriously. You cannot go wrong with the Super Nintendo Classic. So I went ahead and plugged it in. So let's go ahead and go through the setup process. So we're first going to pick English, click OK, and you have the library of games that are all pre-installed. You'll notice it still has kind of that look on the bottom part of the screen where it shows you basically Super Nintendo in the whole pixelated view, just so nostalgic. And actually you can see the list of all of these games at the bottom. So here, so we have Contra 3, Super Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Country. Oh man, I love Donkey Kong Country. Yoshi's Island, and definitely a lot of Punch-Out is in here. Super Metroid, Super Mario, Super Mario RPG, Legends of the Seventh Day Stars, and of course Super Mario Kart. A lot more games. Oh, Street Fighter, man, I love Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So so back in the day, I used to actually play this at the arcades. Would stand in line and try to want to play the game. Hey, I can still do it. I lost. Hitting the reset button takes you back into the home screen. So if you're playing a game, you can actually just jump back to the home screen and jump into another game. So a lot of other games. I wanted to check out Star Fox. Where is Star Fox? Star Fox, where are you, bro? Here it is, Star Fox. I want to play the original one first. I know there's a 2 in here, but I definitely want to check out the original one. This is really early 3D. This is like seriously like one of the earliest 3D kind of gaming experiences we had on back in the old days, I guess. And it's, oh, missed it. Get it? Got it. Very, very nice. Now we do have display options: pixel perfect, 4x3, or CRT television. So if we want to go and emulate the old style TV, this is definitely going to be compatible. Pixel perfect is what I wanted to check out, and of course frame. Let's just go with this guy, and yeah, let's go. Oh, B, go for back. Yep. Okay, so you'll notice right out of the box, it looks you can actually change this. And here you have save slots, so you can actually save your games. You have manual, you have legal notices, of course, language, and then options. A lot of games, a lot of cool things. I'm so excited. I can't wait to try Star Fox 2. Clear one stage of Star Fox 1 for you to unlock Star Fox 2. Very cool. We have even accomplishments here. I can't describe how happy I am to be able to play some of these games. Again, it brings back a lot of good memories, and it's going to be a lot of fun with my son because I get to have him experience my initial experience of getting into video games. His initial experience of getting into the Wii, which the Wii is by definition light years ahead of what I used to play with the Super Nintendo. So this is really kind of saying, hey, this is what we had. These are the main popular games. Also, this is like the first 3D game with Star Fox. A lot of us don't realize that Star Fox started a new trend of type of games that a lot of us use now, and it's been around for so long. So definitely wanting to get into that whole Star Fox 2, so I got to clear that level. But other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Which games do you remember from your childhood? Other than that, like and subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.